Good morning. This is Samuel Jacob Kirshner, Voice of the Breeze, welcoming you to our Saturday morning Breeze Meditation Hangout. At times like this, it is particularly important to take care of ourselves. And the taking care of ourselves I'm speaking about here is to breathe love, to find inner refuge, breathe with ease, connect to the breath. No matter what's happening around you and inside you. So in the background you are hearing the sound of chimes and my voice whispering, breathe love. You know, right now as I'm speaking to you, my mind is going. It almost has its own life. The chatter in the brain, which I think doesn't ever stop. It's always there. Even I think when we go to sleep, something continues that chatter. And we get a rest from it or not. Sometimes we have incredible nightmares. And there is something that we can do at all times. And that is, we can stay connected to the breath or reconnect to the breath. And when I say reconnect to the breath, it's more of an awareness. Of course, it is breathing too, but we are breathing. You know, we take 20,000 breaths every day. But so much of this breathing is on automatic pilot, and it's very shallow, and it's very held back. And it creates a whole ripple effect in our system. Stress and anxiety and being tight and being disconnected from our souls, from our lives, from our energy, the energy of life, prana. So this is really about doing everything that you do anyway, yet adding that extra awareness of being connected to the breath. It's not an easy thing to do, especially for a system that's been conditioned and geared to work on survival mode. It's another part of the brain in a sense. It's the right side of the brain. It's a rewiring. But here is what it looks like. So you hear in the background the sound of the chimes. So as you breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the nose. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice that thoughts are going on, noises from the street are coming in if you live in a city. You can keep coming back to the breath, to that simple way of breathing. It's called coherent breathing, in which you just follow a rhythm. It's a slowed down breathing, about 5 breaths per minute. And it's done with ease. Easier said than done. But this is about breathing with ease, not breathing deeply and tightening up, but really breathing with ease and allowing more oxygen to go to the brain and so many other things that come with it. So you'll be reminded of this rhythm of breathing, coherent breathing, as I keep speaking and as I'm going to play to you now a soundtrack, an audio soundtrack called Connect with the Breath. So try to continuously pay attention to your breathing while listening and see what happens. And I'll do the same. It's a great time to heal. Connect to the breath in everything, everywhere. Connect to the breath in a friend who passed away without saying goodbye. Connect to the breath in an old piece of music you haven't heard for a while. Connect to the breath in a child who was killed on the other side and could have been your child. Connect to the breath in a screaming woman tortured by authorities, regardless of who the authorities are. Connect to the breath in a loss you wish you never had, and a trauma you thought you'd never heal. Connect to the breath in a dream that was shattered, transformed into life being good after all. Connect to the breath in an ignorant comment that was made to you and an arrogant reaction you had to it. Connect to the breath in a perception you had that made you feel so right and yet so miserable and so alone. Connect to the breath in parts of yourself that you're still mad at, critical of, desperate about, and impatient with. Connect to the breath in a terrible past that's long gone and in a dreaded future that may never be. Connect to the breath in your struggles with yourself and with the world, with God and with time. Connect to the breath in a weight you never lost and in expectations you could never fulfill. Connect to the breath in crazy feelings and weird body parts. Connect to the breath in daily grievances and nightly regrets. It's time to have tea with your fears and dance for peace against all the odds. It's time to connect to the breath as your life partner. Face and feel, embrace and heal. Honor yourself and find your celebration. Take care of your soul and you renew your vows to yourself. Be determined to never squander your life anymore. Breathe with more ease. Make more space. Move with more grace. Find your authentic pace. Renew your trust in life and give yourself the ultimate gift of loving all the way. When anxiety and stress trigger emotional upset and bodily constrictions, shame and pain, energetic blocks, overwhelm and frustration. Before you spiral into depression and disconnect from your soul. Before self-violation turns into violence, self-alienation turns into an alien nation. Before abandonment turns into self-rejection and more bombing turn into suicide. Slow down. Pause. Reach out. Don't act out. Breathe. Open your heart just a crack and ask the breath for help. Let the breath help you grieve, wash clear your heaviness, and heal the loss in your heart. Have compassion for your struggles to accept life and make sense of it all. Taking nothing personally, least of all yourself. Lighten up with more calm and more joy, more patience, more fun, and much more laughter. Because at the end of the day, you deserve to make peace with yourself and be whole. Love your life and celebrate poison turned into medicine, good energy, and newfound innocence. Peace starts in the heart, and healing starts in the breath. 20,000 times a day, moment by moment, breath by breath. You can access your breath intelligence. Tap into the wisdom of the lost and found. You have the courage to heal. You are free to be love. Start practicing now. Okay, I did. Yeah. So practicing now is doing that exactly now, paying attention to the breath and connecting with it in the body. And this can be done actually all the time, no matter what's happening. You can always go back. Pay attention. Pay attention. It requires to pay attention. And to pay attention, I always say that in Hebrew means to put your heart, to place your heart. So place your heart at all time. Of course, it's easier said than done, but that's the scope, that at all times you can open your heart to the breath. and do whatever else you're doing, but have that meta awareness. And that, in my experience of 40 years of consciously meditating, breathing, rewiring my brain, transforming my energy from fear to love, from stress to breath, from ego to soul. It is cumulative and it makes a difference. It's very relevant nowadays. I'm not going to get too much into it, although it's hard, because it's all around us right now. Many people are experiencing a lot of fear and anxiety and deep concern about the world, about this country, about your life. And rightly so. You're not in La La Land feeling that way. However, there's a difference between fear and concern, anxiety and attention. We don't have to get all spent and wasted, even in protest. Yes, absolutely. If you need to protest, go ahead and protest. And always come back to taking care of yourself. And to take care of yourself is to connect to the breath, because you don't want to get spent, doing the right thing, saying the right thing, and holding your breath, and your energy is all clenched up. And before you know, you get sick. I mean, so who wins here? So I will keep saying that. Also, by the way, everything I'm saying to you, I'm saying to myself, because I can get so spent in worrying. I am such a warrior. I have all the genetic justification and the circumstantial justification to worry. However, worry really, really, really does not work. Again, concern, not worry. And to have concern, you need to have yourself, you need to have your energy, you need to have your connection to the life force, the breath. So I always keep coming back to the breath and to connect to the breath, especially when everything is going haywire and out of control. Just remembering the breath, just remembering to open my heart to the breath in the moment shifts something in the energy, and it's all so different. The other day I was watching just by my house here. There was an accident that happened. Two cars, one car was rearing the other, and it was a cab. And of course, the two drivers went out and started to scream and get into the fixing mode and take the license plates and all of this. And in the back of the cab, there was a lady sitting, and she opened the door and she was holding her nose, and she said, "My nose is broken. Somebody help me." And I moved towards her. And before I could say anything, the driver went into the car and drove away. And I felt, of course, this is all happening in seconds. What else could I have done at the time now other than taking a breath, taking a conscious breath, breathing with ease, and knowing that by doing that, I'm creating more space. It's having an effect on my surroundings. I could have sworn that when she drove away, I could see her relaxing. I do believe that the breath has that effect. And that's why I think sometimes, I want to say, everybody, breathe and let's play nice. And there's a lot of occasions nowadays to breathe with more ease, to breathe love, to be the change that you want to see, to start with yourself, to be the one you've been waiting for, to practice, to walk the talk, and not just so much talk, so many words. Make it real, make it true by participating, by breathing with it. It makes all the difference in the world. So I want to take you now to the next meditation, which is the 5 steps, the 5 steps of the breathe. And at all times, this is sort of like a more diverse way of connecting to the breath. At all times, keep that connection with the breath. You will be prompted. Again, I'm going to participate in it and just play the track and just follow the instructions and breathe with ease, breathe loud. With the 5 steps of breathe love, with the 5 steps of the breeze. Pay attention to your breath. Slow it down, breathing in on the higher chime and out on the lower chime. Be one with the breath. Shake and awake your numbness and disconnect. Feel the breath in your body and breathe with ease. Flow like a river and let go. Align your breathing and moving with the music and let go of struggle. Stand like a tree and make space. Open your heart to the breath and allow it to heal and wash clear constrictions, pains, fears, and struggles. Walk with grace. Walk the talk. Be present. Find your authentic pace and discover your original self, moment by moment, breath by breath. Dance and celebrate. Breathing love, the joy you were born with, your original self. I don't know about you, but my favorite part is the dance. Probably always be for the rest of my life. But the question that we usually ask at the end of the 5 steps, like right now, is in what can you trust right now? Unarguably, without arguing with, in what can you trust? I can trust in the joy inside my breath. That is, without any argument, is what I can trust and that I would always, always like to come back to. Because there's nothing more precious than that for me. So I wonder, what is it like for you? If you'd like to share that with me, we're doing this as part of a community, and we're doing this. I do this 24 hours a day. I can't afford not to. And if you'd like to share with me how, in what you trust right now, and anything else you want to share, you can also both leave a note under the video on YouTube. This video is going to be on YouTube. And you can also write to me at samuel@thebreeze.com. The Breeze, Breaze. And if you'd like to find out more about our offerings and work, please go to thebreeze.com. And we are just briefly, I'm going to be doing soon a webinar, a 5-week webinar that you can participate in. There is a group that's been meeting for years on Wednesday from 12:30 to 2 o'clock here in Manhattan at the Oasis, the Sanctuary, and also on Skype. You can join on Skype if you're in another country or another city or whatever. And I also do this one-on-one personal coaching, how to develop a breathing practice, a daily breathing practice in your life. So all the above is available with much more. And you can go to the website to find out or write to me. And it seems to be that time of the day, the time to say goodbye and adieu. So this is Samuel Jacob Kirshner wishing you a day filled with joy, oxygen, and ease. Take good care. Until next Saturday.